Hare Krishna, welcome to Jagannath NECTARIAN pastimes. So, as we know, there are a lot of Jagannath pastimes, very sweetest and very nectarian pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So, we have read in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna comes, takes incarnation, paritranaya sadhana vinasaya cha duskritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So to protect the devotees and to annihilate the demons and to establish dharma, that is why he comes every millennium after millennium. So that's how the Jagannath also came, but Krishna always incarnates in different forms, like animals and human beings, like that. So because of the fervent call of Advaita Acharya, Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as a devotee, and because of intense devotion of remembering Lord, Krishna came as Lord Narsingadev to Prahalad Maharaj to save Prahalad Maharaj. So like a lot of times Krishna took incarnation because of the call by the devotees. So, but in this particular Jagannath pastimes, Jagannath came as a deity, Vigraha. So, because Jagannath came because of the call by so many pure devotees like Indradimna Maharaj, Parvati Devi, and then Narada Mahamuni, and like that Jagannath has incarnated. So when Rohini Devi was narrating the pastimes of Krishna and Balaram at Vrindavan pastimes, about Vrindavan pastimes, to all the residents of his house, at that time Krishna and Balaram also came, and they were amazed to hear about their own pastimes, and they were so deeply hearing those pastimes. But Rohini Mata instructed this Durga Devi to stand at the entrance of the house so that she can be a god. So then she was guarding, and Krishna and Balaram was also hearing the pastimes of their own pastimes of their own Vrindavan pastimes, and they were so much deeply absorbed in their own pastimes. All their limbs went inside. That is why we can see Jagannath's hands are protruding like this, and he doesn't have any legs. Even Balaram also doesn't have. But their hands are protruding like this only to hug the devotees. And his eyes are broad open, so that Jagannath will never sleep in his temple, in his residence at Puri or in any place of Jagannath temple, because 24/7 he will be always delivering the living entities. So even though you can see in Puri Jagannath temple, the temple will never close, only just for 2 hours it will close, because and in those 2 hours, that is in midnight, the other living entities of the planets and the demigods also come and have the darshan of Jagannath, and they have they'll have the conversation with the Lord. So that is why those 2 hours will be open always. Remaining times the temple will remain. The remaining times the temple will be always open. So, so when Narada Muni heard this pastime, when Narada Muni passed by, he also heard about these pastimes, and he felt so happy. As we know, the Narada Muni is the Patita Pavana. He wants to deliver all the fallen souls. He requested Jagannath and Krishna and Balaram to give darshan in this form, in this particular Jagannath and Baladev form to all the living entities. So Jagannath promised, definitely I will fulfill desire, but in Kali Yuga I will come as Neela Madhav for 50 years, and another 50 years I will come as Jagannath Baladev Subhadra at Puri in Purushottama Kshetra. So that's how happened when Jagannath also, the Lord also came as Jagannath Baladev Subhadra in Puri. And one more pastimes about Durga Devi, that Parvati Devi. When once Narada Muni had the Mahaprashadam of Lord, he was so blissful, he was so delightful, he was having so much pleasure. So he kept on dancing, and he was, because of his blissfulness in his heart, he kept dancing like anything. And he went to Kailash. By dancing he went to Kailash, and Shiva saw Narada Muni, and Shiva was surprised to see Narada Muni dancing. So he questioned Narada Muni, what happened? You are so happy today. I never saw you so much happy like this in your life. Then Narada Muni said, I had Mahaprasad of Lord, that is why I am so happy. So because Mahaprasad is so sanctified, it's very divine, and whoever takes the Mahaprasad which is offered to Krishna, prepared by the devotees, definitely it has a lot of blissfulness, and it definitely will have a transformation in our heart. That's quite sure. And then Shiva also asked Narada Muni, please, why don't you share some Mahaprasad to me also, because everything you'll share me in the life, in our spiritual life, but why don't you share this also? Why you are not giving to me? Why you are not refusing me? So then Narada Muni said, I licked it, everything, it was in this finger, but only I think very little prasad is there in this inside the nails. So Shiva just took it and grabbed it. So he started dancing like, Shiva is very famous for his dancing. He's called that is why he's called Nataraja. So when he danced, Parvati saw him. So he asked his Dharmapati, why you are so happy, why you are dancing like this, and why you are in ecstasy, you are so much in ecstasy. Then Shiva told me this about Prasad. Then Parvati got angry, why can't you share this? Because I have shared everything in your life, all your happiness, sorrow, miseries, everything I shared in life. Whenever you go to forest, I'll come along with you to the forest. I have shared so many difficulties with you. But how come you can make this? How come you have not distributed this Mahaprasad to me? So then both had heated arguments. Then Lord himself came and promised Parvati Devi that definitely I'll give you Mahaprasad, but you will come as Subhadra Maharani in Puri Kshetra, in Purushottama Kshetra, and all my Mahaprasada will be given to you after offering to me. Then Parvati Devi said, no, please Lord, after offering to me, that prasadam should be distributed to everyone, all the living entities, to all my children, she says Parvati Devi. So that is why even now, whatever the bhoga is offered to Jagannath and Baladeva, immediately it goes to the temple of Vimala Devi. So Durga Devi is called Vimala Devi in Parvati Devi is called Vimala Devi in Puri Kshetra. So, and after offering to Vimala Devi, those prasadam will go to Ananda Bazar. In Ananda Bazar, all the prasadam will be distributed to the children of Durga Devi. That is to the devotees, whoever comes there. So that's how the Jagannath pastimes are happened. And there are so many mysterious pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So all these pastimes will be narrated through three types of channels, that is Guru, Sadhu and Shastra. So And in so many Puranas, Jagannath pastimes are mentioned. So when once uh, Vibhishan, the great devotee of Lord Ram, came to the Puri Jagannath temple, that time one Pujari was there. He's a very devoted, pious Pujari. So when he finished all his services, when he is returning from the temple, there was a huge personality who was following him, 12 feet height. So immediately he noticed and asked that person, who are you? He said, I am Vibhishan. I saw how you are serving Lord Jagannath. So in pure devotion, I was really amazed and I was really astonished to see your devotion. So then the Pujari said, Pujari also became very happy and he said, because we met you in this time at the Puri Jagannath, we should have some memorable event. He said, with those time we were not having any selfies and other electronic gadgets. And immediately Vibhishan took his armlet, took his arm chain, the chain like a thing which is wrapped up to his arm. He took that jewel. It was so big. It was so big that it was the size of the cart of a wheel of a cart. You can see the cart, how the wheel how big it will be. So that much that arm lid was there, and he gave it to that Pujari. So that was a memento to that Pujari. Like that, even we can believe that so many devatas comes and serve Jagannath in the night times. So there is also evidence that if pujaris after completing the service, they keep some boga which is offered to Jagannath in the altar, and when they come and see in the morning times, that boga will not be there. That prasada will not be there. It will be taken by the demigods and other living entities of the planets. That is the proof or evidence. So like this, there are so many nectarian pastimes of Lord Jagannath. So one should develop this taste, and also elderly people in the house and the parents, they should also narrate these pastimes of Jagannath to the children, so that children will develop love towards Jagannath. Once you develop love towards Jagannath, Jagannath will always fall in love with you. So it's very mandatory to the parents to narrate these type of stories at the early ages, at Kaumara stage, even at the very beginning of this because all the children's very small kids also, they will have that consciousness, because in Bhagavatam it says at the age of 6 months in the womb itself, the soul will have consciousness. So that also we have proof and evidence in Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam, when Prahlad Maharaj heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Saint Narada Muni when he was in the womb of Kayadu. So it's really gifted if the parents are devotees, or if the parents know a lot of pastimes about Lord Jagannath pastimes, Balaji pastimes, and Sri Ramayana pastimes like this. So one should parents should facilitate their children to share these types of real pastimes. It's not a make-up stories, it is a real pastimes. So Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maya ki Jai, Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrunda ki Jai, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai, Srila Gurudev ki Jai, Gaura Premanandi. Please like, share and subscribe, and also comments. Thank you. Hare Krishna.